We are Trace, and we make technology to starve landfills. My name is Matt, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Trace. Why do landfills need to be starved? Well, that's because on average, the American household puts in their kitchen trash can and sends to a landfill almost 1,000 pounds of food waste every year. Why is this a problem? Well, it's because food waste is killing the planet. Recent studies have shown us that the #1 individual solution for stopping climate change is actually reducing consumer food waste. If food waste were a country, it would be the #3 global greenhouse emitter. And these statements might be shocking to you a little bit because most of us aren't aware of the problem. We don't realize that currently 24% of our household garbage is actually food waste. And we certainly don't realize that when we send that food waste to a landfill, it's creating an environmental disaster. Because in a landfill, food waste breaks down slowly, releasing the greenhouse gas methane, which is 28 times more powerful than carbon dioxide. And the resolution of this is actually pretty simple because we as consumers just need to start separating our food waste out from our landfill trash and then diverting it to be recycled and composted. However, one of the challenges is that until now, consumers have not had a convenient way to separate out 100% of their food waste in their homes. At Trace, we make food waste separation easy through convenience and connectivity. The Trace Smart Can allows you to separate your food waste out in a clean and hassle-free place in the same way you're already managing the rest of your household garbage. The 4-gallon bin on the right keeps that food waste frozen so that it never smells, gets messy, or attracts flies. In addition to that, the Trace Smart Can is connected and uses household data to empower and features to enable the user to reach their sustainability goals by slowly improving their behaviors. But why now do American consumers want to change their behaviors around how they deal with household garbage? It's because they're going to have to. Over the next 10 years, we're going to see an unprecedented growth in the number of households separating food waste out from landfill trash. This is because of pending governmental regulation. Currently, in California, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and hundreds of other small cities, due to laws that are already on the books, this number is going to skyrocket over the next 24 months. By 2022, there will be 30 million households participating in curbside food waste pickup, and many of them will not legally be allowed to throw that food waste in landfill trash. And this is how we're approaching our market. These 30 million households, that's our SAM. And based off of our surveys and our research in the industry, we believe that our serviceable, obtainable market will be about 1.5 million households in 2022 alone. That's just under $1 billion market for Trace, continuing to grow year after year. And that market is made up of two very distinct personas. The have-tos, those under organic waste bans, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, soon to be hundreds of other cities and even states. And then the want-tos, those green consumers whose eco-minded values make them want to spend money and spend time on things that they know will help them reduce their environmental impact. One of the challenges is right now they don't have a great solution because the traditional indoor waste containers and even the newer innovations in indoor food waste appliances still don't solve for the main consumer pain point. They miss the job to be done altogether because they leave the consumer with a smelly, inconvenient mess to deal with. Trace is the only indoor food waste solution that uses refrigeration to solve for the convenience and the odor issue. Additionally, Trace is the only solution that uses household data to create awareness and information around current waste behaviors and then provides guidance and encouragement to allow the household to start to improve those behaviors. How does Trace do this? Well, the Trace Smart Can is connected and takes convenience to the next level. In addition to keeping the food waste frozen so that it never smells, the Trace Can also has a host of sensors to alert the user to important information, like when it's trash day and it's time to take out the trash, or when you're running low on liners and need to reorder, or very importantly for some of you, to alert you or the person you designate when one of the bins is full and needs to be emptied. And from there, your household can participate in either curbside food waste pickup or backyard composting like my family. But just solving for the convenience challenge isn't enough to create lasting behavior change. Because after all, what gets measured gets managed. The most important thing Trace measures is the weight of the 3 bins so that we know the real-time household's waste footprint. And from there, we can help them reach their sustainability goals through our sequenced recommendation engine. And because we can help consumers reach their goals, they're going to become our customers. We're currently A/B testing 2 direct-to-consumer models. On one hand, a $550 upfront cost with a $7 a month subscription fee for custom liners. And then on the other hand, a hardware-as-a-service model with an $89 setup fee and a $25 a month subscription for 2 years. Now, one of the unique things we can do is how we go to market with our channel partners. Currently, there's about 550 curbside haulers of food waste in the United States, about half private and about half public, and they're growing dramatically as we speak. Trace is the only solution that allows us to develop a symbiotic relationship with these haulers because they're incentivized to push the Trace Smart Can to their users because we increase participation, reduce churn, and give them real-time data on waste behaviors. It's similar to a trade marketing approach in that it should help us drive demand and reduce our CAC. Our revenue projections are based off of 2 factors. One, very similar hardware startups that we've interviewed and that we've researched, and their year-over-year growth. And on the other hand, current yearly sales of our closest competitors in the indoor food waste appliance space. We've completed pilots with rough prototypes to validate our concept. We've completed over 1,000 surveys to confirm our assumptions, and we are currently running a pre-sale pilot to further confirm those assumptions and to gain early customers for beta testing. From here, we'll complete the OCEAN Accelerator. From there, we'll go into finalizing design and filing our full patent, and then begin prototyping to build out our beta testing with our early users. All this builds to a 2020 launch where we're going to do pre-orders. I've got 15 years of corporate innovation experience, so this is my second hardware startup. My co-founder and sister-in-law, Mallory, this is our second startup together. The last one, she grew from $250,000 in revenue to over $8 million. And Tim Brennan is our head of technology. I'll highlight one of our advisors, Bob Gettert, whose lifetime of experience in setting up recycling and curbside composting for cities is allowing him to help us think through how best to add value to our channel partners. We're currently raising $175,000, 80% of which will go to design and prototyping, and 20% will go to pilots and beta testing with our early customers. We know customer demand is going to increase because the way Americans deal with household garbage has to change. If you want to be an early adopter and a part of this change, please visit us at trace.tech right now and pre-order your Trace Smart Can. And if you're an investor who wants to help be a part of making a change that'll help the world be a better place and get in on a $1 billion blue ocean market, please contact us directly. We plan on being first in solving a huge problem for a rapidly growing market. We are Trace, and we make technology to starve landfills. Thanks.